Bro Talk 1000 here, back at y'all with another video. We're gonna jump straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's discuss Glovegate with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, man. Now, if you watch my channel, you follow my channel, you know that I am a big Deontay Wilder fan, a Deontay Wilder supporter. All right. However, this Glovegate shit is kind of getting out of hand. Now, there are multiple excuses, bruh. Multiple excuses that Deontay Wilder has given for the reason that he lost his fight with Tyson Fury. So first it was the suit was too heavy. Now, to his credit, he's not the one who said that. It was mentioned that the suit was heavy, then that got leaked out to the media in the locker room, and then everybody ran with that, saying that Deontay Wilder said that the suit was heavy, when Deontay Wilder never said that the suit was too heavy. He said, yes, the suit was heavy, but that was not the reason that he was feeling uncomfortable in the ring. That's not the reason why he lost, okay? Now, with that being said, after that, he comes out with a bicep injury excuse. All right. Then after that, he comes out surprisingly with an excuse about Mark Breland tampering, spiking his water bottle with some type of sedative, right? And then there's Glovegate, all right? Tyson's Fury left glove, flippity flopping all around and what have you. Now, the most plausible of all of that is Tyson's Fury left glove being tampered with. I have no doubt, because Tyson Fury has had issues in the past with his glove, him getting caught tampering with his gloves, right? Tyson Fury is a cheater. Let's make no mistake about it. He's been caught using steroids, PEDs. You know, he has been caught tampering with his gloves. All right. So I have no doubt about that. But my whole thing is this: when Deontay Wilder comes out and makes these serious types of accusations, you have to have proof, man. Like, I want to believe the dude. Trust me, I want to believe him. If you got millions of dollars, bro. You could have went to a doctor that same night, the next day, whatever, got a toxicology report, pull a sample of your blood, boom, you have, you know, whatever inside your system. All right, cool. You know, there's proof my drink was spiked. That negates that excuse. Great. But you can't just come out here and make these allegations without having any proof to back up what you're saying. That's why nobody wants to believe you, because first of all, nobody cares about a bicep injury as an excuse. Most fighters go into fights with all types of injuries anyway. So a bicep injury, nobody really wanted to hear that. All right. The suit being too heavy, nobody told you to do that. You know, you did that. But the spike in your water shit, that's something that I can't get past. Now, let's address the gloves for a second. Like I said before, I have no doubt in my mind that that left glove is tampered with. As you can see, I'm putting pictures on the screen right now. You can see for yourself. Nobody's gloves flippity floppity around like that. I believe that Tyson Fury had his hand slightly pulled out and was punching Deontay Wilder with bare knuckles at one time. Oh, and I forgot the other excuse about the egg weight. Now that shit is just ridiculous, because egg weight where, like, they take your gloves off in the ring after the fight. So you would notice a big ass egg weight, or what was he trying to say? The egg weight was wrapped inside of Fury's gloves. Like, what? I'm not understanding how an egg weight fits into all of this. So there's just too much going on and no substantial evidence, bro. I can't put my name behind a Deontay Wilder like that. I love Deontay Wilder as a man. I love him as a fighter. You know, but when it comes to this right here, man, I mean, listen, you just got to go back to the drawing board, brother. You got beat up. The dude, listen, Tyson Fury came in bigger and heavier, a little bit heavier in the next fight. Came in a little bit stronger and brought the fight to Deontay Wilder. He just brought the fight to you. That's all that happened. He caught you off guard. You wasn't expecting that. You was thinking Tyson Fury was going to jab and move around and try not to get caught with the right hand. But Tyson Fury came in with a different game plan. He said, look, I'm going to bring it to you. And that's what he did, man. He beat you up. He beat you up, man. Now, I'm not going to say fair and square, you know, whatever. He cheated with the glove. Yes, he did. Now, if you can prove that, you don't even need to prove that, because there's pictures and videos showing you how his glove is flippity flopping all over the place. We see that. So there's no you don't need any proof for that. But if you're gonna say somebody spiked your water and there's egg weights in the gloves and shit like that, then dude, like, so you fire Mark Breland, okay? So to save face, you fire Mark Breland because you say that he threw in the towel. You say he threw in the towel. You instructed him specifically never ever to throw in the towel. I can give you that. I can give you that, right? But personally, I think referee Kenny Bayless was going to stop the fight anyway. It was just a matter of time. He was about to stop the fight himself. But Breland threw in the towel, cost you the fight. Okay, that's one thing. But if Tyson Fury's gloves were tampered with, and that's the more plausible of the whole situation, the most plausible of scenarios out of all of your excuses, then why not fire JD's? Now, that's the shit that I don't understand. That's the shit that's kind of fucking me up, that I don't really get. Like, JD's had one job. Like I said in my last video, man, if you're a security guard at nighttime, right, your job is to watch that building, watch them cameras, and make sure nobody comes in unauthorized, right? One job. So all JD's had to do was sit there and make sure that Tyson Fury's gloves were not tampered with, which they clearly were, in my opinion. Make sure his gloves are not tampered with. Make sure his hands are wrapped properly, you know, and then move on with life. One job. Once they do that, the commission, the whichever state athletic commission you're in, they hold the gloves and they're watched until the gloves are actually put onto the fighters. So if anybody messed up anywhere in the whole equation, it was JD's. Because you could make the argument that Mark Breland tried to help you, bro. He tried to save your life. Now, granted, you a warrior. You wanted to go out on your shield, and I understand that. You gave a direct order to somebody that you are paying in your camp, and he disobeyed a direct order. Reprimand him. Fire him. But don't put out no crazy-ass allegation like a spiked drink where you don't have no proof of that. Or at least you're not giving us the proof. And yet the guy who was supposed to be watching your gloves, the guy who was actually in the locker room watching your gloves get wrapped, lets the tampered gloves into the ring, and you give him a pass. I don't like that, man. And I really don't appreciate that, man. I feel that both of them should be fired, man. Both of them should be fired. And JD's should be the one that should be investigated as the quote unquote snake in the camp, the snake in the grass. JD's. How can you let somebody in your locker room, you know, I mean, in the opposing person's locker room, and they sitting there chatting it up, talking about the Super Bowl or something, not watching the gloves being tampered with. Man, listen, that's the part I don't get, man. But you know, those allegations are serious, man. Look at Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito, man. You know, Margarito wrapping his hands in plaster and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got back in the day, Louis Resto and Billy Cunningham? I think his name was Cunningham. But yeah, you know, Louis Resto, he had basically plaster in his hands too. That's attempted murder, bruh. JD's had the more serious offense of the two if you're gonna fire anybody. So yeah, I don't get the whole situation, man. You know, I hope things unravel a little bit further, and I hope we get to find out, you know, who's actually responsible for what, and we get some clarification. Actually, at this point, I don't care. I really think Deontay Wilder needs to find a new trainer, needs to find some new trainers, you know, and some people in the business who know what they're doing, man. I mean, you know, somebody like a Derek James, or, you know, shit. They said George Foreman tried to offer some help, man. He should have maybe called on George Foreman. You know what I'm saying? Even the Floyd Mayweather. Now, it sounds crazy because in my last video, I said how, you know, Deontay Wilder said Floyd Mayweather doesn't even like him, right? And I agree. But when you talking about trying to get the winning pedigree, bro, when you talking about getting a special sauce, listen, Mayweather is boxing. Mayweather been in the game since he was a baby, bro. Him and his family knows the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? Like the legalities about shit. You know what I mean? They not gonna let their fighter get cheated like that, at least. You know what I'm saying? You think Mayweather sitting in the other dude's dressing room is gonna have Tyson Fury hands getting, you know, mishandled, get his gloves mistreated or tampered with? Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, like, JD's and Mark Breland is not known in the training circle. They only known for you. But you got other trainers out here, man, highly acclaimed trainers that ain't going for that type of shit, man. So, I mean, not saying, I know Mayweather's style, you're not going to turn into a Mayweather overnight. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Mayweather should train you to fight like him. No. You know what I'm saying? But you need to clean up your style, man. Listen, the dude was coming at you. Tyson Fury was coming at you. You wasn't expecting him to come at you. And he beat you up, man. He beat you up. I covered that fight live. You can go back in my videos and watch it, man. And I was just like, ooh. Like every punch was just crazy. Like he was leaning in on him. Didn't let up off of Wilder. Wilder didn't have time to reset, cock back, and throw it. He really didn't, man. He couldn't get off that right hand, bro. For whatever reason, bro. He could not get that right hand off. You know, and Tyson Fury was all over him. He needs to go back to the drawing board. He needs to work on that footwork. And he needs to just come up with a new game plan, man. That's it. Because nobody really cares about excuses at the end of the day. I understand when you done wrong, if you've been cheated, yeah, you have every right to come out and you know, make a deal of it, if that's how you feel, man. But dude, boxing fans, nobody cares about that. We just want to see the third one. unless you have legal evidence that you are willing to take to court or that you are willing to present to the public, you shouldn't be making these type of allegations, bro. Unless you have concrete, solid evidence and not pictures of the gloves. We seen that. We can determine that for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But talking about people spiked your shit and they had egg weights in the gloves and, you know what I'm saying? Listen, word of mouth is nothing, bro. You can't just sit here and tell us your doctor, my doctor said that my head got cracked like that, got dented in because of egg weights. No, bro, no. Fighters' heads get dented in all the time from punches in UFC because they use smaller gloves. So I think Tyson Fury's gloves at the minimum could have had less padding in it, which may have dented your head. But the fact is, he was getting to your head. So that means you need to work on that defense. You know what I'm saying? That means whatever you doing, don't let him get to your head. I mean, you know. So I ain't want to make it too long, man. You know, but we're going to follow this Glovegate shit as it unfolds, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below, man. Bro Talk 1000, and I'm out.